Hey, Brenda. I passed by your house earlier, but the light was not on yet. Aren't you home yet? It's almost time to get dinner ready, isn't it?
Oh, hello, Mother. I'm so sorry, my business meeting went a little over time. I should get home in a bit.
Huh? A meeting? Again?
I'm really sorry. I am the manager of the section, so...
Oh, is that so? For someone who's only finished high school. You're acting like the big bad businesswoman, huh?
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Must really not be a major company to assign a high school graduate to a managerial position. That's another reason why you became a housewife that can't even cook.
Not to worry, I prepared dinner before I left this morning.
Prepared? This morning? So you're serving my Brad pre-prepared dinner? Not fresh?
Whenever we think we both might be late, I prepare something in the morning or the night before. And when Brad gets back early, he makes dinner.
Brenda, am I hearing you right?
Uh-huh? Did I say something strange?
How could you take care of your husband so half-heartedly?
Half-heartedly?
I've told you this a million times. Although you're working, you must not forget the responsibilities of a housewife.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Making Brad cook dinner does not sound like you're doing a good job. As a wife, you are disqualified in my book.
I really can't help that. We're both working, as you know. And Brad understands the burden of working and doing housework. That's why we share the chores equally. Besides, Brad loves to cook.
Huh? Brad? He never stood in the kitchen when he was living at home.
Well, apparently when he started living alone, he also started cooking and now enjoys it.
Obvious, isn't it? He's just holding back because you're acting like such a busy businesswoman.
I really don't think that's it.
I'm sure that's it. And another thing. When Brad was born, I worked the first 3 years. Did you know that? And even during those 3 years, I was the top sales rep. However, unlike you, I did all the household chores myself. I made dinner every night and even prepared my husband's lunch every morning. But after 3 years, I wanted to focus on motherhood, so I quit my job. Although they insisted that I stay on, they didn't want to lose such a highly competent employee, you know?
Yes, I heard that part from Brad.
If you're going to be this super successful businesswoman, you should be able to handle both work and domestic with equal gusto.
I'm not really trying to be some super successful businesswoman, as he put it.
Well, you sure do act like it.
Huh. Right.
Anyways, I recommend that you use me as your role model going forward. If you can't do that, well, you should just quit your job. Hello, Brenda. So, you finally took my advice.
Hello, Mother. What's this about?
I heard you quit your job.
Huh?
I knew you weren't cut out to be successful businesswoman.
I'm still working.
Oh, really? Then why are you always home during the day? This past month or so, I've seen your car in the driveway. So I figured you had resigned.
The company implemented a work-at-home policy.
Work-at-home policy? Oh, do all of your office work online, huh?
Yes, that's right. About 6 months ago, I got transferred from the sales department to another section. Well, this new section I was in was the first to implement this work-at-home policy, so I'm just following company policy.
Oh, I get it. So this new department is where all the underachievers are collected.
Huh?
The sales department is probably the most important section in any company, am I right? And you got kicked out? Well, that proves that you are an ineffective sales rep.
No, that really was not the reason.
Well, anyways, you finally realized that you were not up to the standards of becoming a successful businesswoman. If you're going to be at home, I urge you to put household chores above all.
Mother?
What is it?
The section I got transferred to is the president's office.
Huh? The president's office?
In my previous position, I was a supervising manager.
Huh? You? The supervising manager?
Upon my transfer, I was promoted to department chief.
Promoted? To department chief? You're not serious. You're a high school grad. You're in your mid-30s and you're a department chief?
You always seem to perceive everything I do according to academic achievement, but I took all the necessary credentials and business qualifications in order to get where I am. And the company rewarded me for my efforts. So, please understand that this new section is not for underachievers, as you put it. Hey! Mom! You came into my office at home, didn't you? My laptop. Where is it?
Relax, what's the rush?
Relax? Are you serious? And how did you get into the house?
Please, where is the evidence that I came into the house?
My colleagues from work saw you on our online video meeting app.
Huh? Online video meeting?
The sound was off, so you probably didn't notice. I was just in a meeting on my desktop PC. I stepped out to get lunch for about 20 minutes. My colleague saw you came into the room and take the laptop from my desk.
Huh?
You probably made an extra key somehow. Am I right? Anyways, please bring that laptop back. It's got important files in it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Didn't I just say there were plenty of witnesses? I need it back right away!
What are you so worked up about? It's just a little old laptop PC. That's why you're so delusional about being such a big bad career woman. In order to break the delusion of grandeur that you seem to possess, I took it upon myself to teach you a lesson. Well, that first step was to take possession of your laptop.
You're the one that's delusional! Please, just give it back! I don't have time for this!
Yes, well, I don't mind giving it back, but not sure if it's of any use now.
Not any use? What do you mean?
I took a hammer to it. The screen and keyboard. Well, there is no screen or keyboard.
What the hell did you do?
I had to do it. If I didn't smash it until it was useless, well, I couldn't cure you of your self-important arrogance.
That laptop is not mine! It's company property!
Huh? So, it's not yours? It's company property?
That's right!
I can't believe you! You brought the company laptop home with you without permission?
Huh?
If that's the case, well, I cannot take responsibility. It's your fault for bringing the laptop home with you. I'm afraid you're going to have to reimburse the company for the loss.
The laptop was given to me by my company to use at home.
Huh?
Although I work at home, I still have to visit customers. There are staff members that get their work done at our clients' offices. Therefore, the company has distributed these laptops for all employees as part of work-at-home policy.
Huh?
I hate to say this, but could you please get it through your head that what you did has severe consequences? Luckily, I backed up all the data on the laptop. However, I'm afraid you will have to reimburse the company for destroying the laptop. I believe that model was around $1,500 or so. Please take that into account.
There's no way I can pay for that. Besides, it's your fault. You should have brought home such an important thing.
Please don't act as if you're the victim here.
All I'm saying to do is educate you on your delusional arrogance. You're not cut out to be a businesswoman.
It seems I'm not getting through to you at all. I give up. I'm gonna hand the baton to someone else that will put some sense into you.
Oh yeah? Whom are you gonna hand the baton, may I ask?
Hello, Kim.
Huh? Grandma, she called you?
Yes, that's right.
I didn't realize you were in town.
I had an appointment with a friend, so here I am. I'm staying with Brad and Brenda tonight. Brenda came and picked me up at the airport, and we just arrived home. So, what's all this about a laptop?
Yes, well, you know.
Kim. In recent years, the business scene has changed drastically. Business is done differently than when you were working. These days, both parents having careers has become the norm. Things have changed since we were in the workforce. We're living in the 21st century now. It's a completely different world from the ones we grew up in. If you have no intention of comprehending and accepting these changes, I suggest you keep your mouth shut.
So, you're saying you understand her?
Did you forget that before I retired, I was an executive at a firm? I think I still have the ability and the common sense to accept drastic changes in society and how best to incorporate them into the current business environment.
Not being disrespectful or anything, but I think I'm quite aware of that myself.
Oh, isn't that right?
I was just concerned for her. Her delusions about being some kind of genius businesswoman. I had to educate her on the realities of life.
So, you think you were one of those so-called genius businesswomen? Is that what you were when you were working?
Yes. Well, maybe not a genius, but I think I was pretty good. Maybe you don't remember, but I used to be one of the top sales rep.
Oh, is that so? As I recall, you never got any sales, and you were relegated to office work. But turns out you weren't even able to handle the phone calls competently. The only thing you were good at was making coffee for everyone and using the copy machine. All other difficult chores you force the younger co-workers. Does not sound like a top sales rep to me, much less a businesswoman. Even when you were working and after you quit, all your meals were just frozen foods, and you just threw into the microwave or just something from the supermarket deli. Even now, you can't make a proper meal from scratch. I'm completely aware of all of that.
But why do you know that?
Do you remember a girl named Catherine? She worked under you back then.
Catherine?
Yes, this Catherine. Well, she's a daughter of one of my best friends.
Huh?
I think it was about a year ago. We were talking about old times and Kathy happened to mention that you and she worked together years ago. She was just a junior staff member back then. Well, while we were talking, she became extremely agitated just recalling those days. Apparently, she had pent up all those memories over the years, and all the animosity toward you flowed out as if a dam had burst.
No, you can't be serious.
I really didn't want to believe it.
Huh?
I hear from Brad you and your husband are still serving frozen foods or cheap ready-made meals.
My husband? And Brad?
I suppose you were trying to hide it, but they knew. They didn't say anything knowing you'd probably be furious. With your obsessive pride and all. In other words, you weren't fooling them one bit.
You're not serious.
If you're going to be proud of your so-called achievements, the least you could have done is to get some sort of qualification like Brenda has done over the years.
How could you?
Well, maybe it's our fault for letting you go on like this for years. But I think you went a little too far with this laptop fiasco, causing such a burden on her company.
But, please, grandmother.
Anyway, I'm headed over there right now. We need to talk about me moving in with you.
Huh? Move in?
My grandmother eventually moved in with my mother-in-law, and she kept a close eye on her. My grandmother is kinda cool. She loves high-tech stuff, and she always fiddles with her smartphone. Makes pretty good use of it, even at her age. On the other hand, my mother-in-law has an inferiority complex towards Grandma. Apparently, she didn't like that I was turning out to be just like her as I advanced my career. After the line conversation, she headed straight over to my mother-in-law's house and all her harassment toward me came to light, and it was decided that she would live with her son for the foreseeable future. After a month or so, she moved in. I hear she got a part-time job to reimburse me for the damaged laptop. She hasn't worked in a while, so I hear she's having a hell of a time. And on top of that, when she gets home, she has to deal with my super grandma.
Hey, Kathy! Whoa, I was really blown away today. What was that at the office this morning? Is it true you're getting married? And to that guy? Boy, oh boy, do I envy you or what?
Hello, Laura. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought it'd be better to announce it to everyone first thing in the morning. You know how these rumors spread.
Yeah, I know, but really, congratulations! Wow, really good news. I bet a lot of the girls are super envious.
Thank you so much.
But what I was really floored by is your guy's qualifications. He's our company client. And what's more, he's the next in line to be president. You really lucked out, Kathy.
Yeah, right.
And I took a look at his photo. Phew, what a hunk. What trick did you use to snag that heartthrob? My god.
Well, not sure I lucked out. I guess so, but truth is, we went to high school together. I've known him for a while. Actually, we dated off and on since then.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, so it wasn't as though I snagged him or anything like that. Back then, there was no talk of him taking over the company. He wasn't even sure he wanted to. It was only about a year ago that this topic was raised. Actually, we were both pretty shocked to hear it.
Oh, yeah. So, even if he wasn't slated to take over from his father, would you still have married him?
Yeah, I suppose so. I started dating him because I enjoyed his company, and we basically had the same interest.
That's pretty interesting. So, you would still have married him even if he was a low-paid office worker, or a clerk or something, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I suppose so. I probably would have married him even in such a case.
Is that so?
Whatever the situation, I felt I should support him the best I could. That's how I feel.
I see. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, this weekend, do you plan on going on a date with him?
No. Unfortunately, he works on the weekend. At least for now. Preparation for taking over the company. A lot to learn, I guess.
Oh, too bad. I'm sorry, I just remembered I got an appointment soon. Alright then, I'll see you on Monday at the office. See ya!
Yeah, okay. See you on Monday.
Hey, Kathy. You got a second?
Oh, hello, Laura. What's up? Today's a day off. Can I help you with something?
Yup, today's a holiday. So I'm on a date with my boyfriend.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Nice day for a date, that's for sure.
This date? I just started seeing this guy like 2 hours ago. And guess what? We already did the, you know what, this really cements our bond.
Right. Kind of early in the day, wouldn't you say?
Kinda surprised, huh?
Yeah, you could say that again.
Well, that's not all. You're gonna be even more surprised after I tell you this.
Really? Wonder what it could be about. I'd rather not hear the details of your, you know what.
But you do want to know, right? I bet you do.
Sounds like I'm going to hear what you have to say even if I want to or not, lol.
Yeah, do I sound so obvious? Okay then, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
The guy I'm with, he's the son of this company president. Pretty big company too.
Oh yeah? That's great.
And about this guy, you know him pretty well.
Really? Who could that be?
Guess who it is?
Let's see. If it's someone I know, well, there's only 2 people that come to mind.
Oh, so you know 2 guys, huh?
Yes, well.
No doubt it's one of those guys, lol.
So that means no way. It's not David, is it?
Bingo! You hit it right on the nail! Congratulations!
Huh? Are you totally serious?
Yup, totally serious.
Why did it turn out that way? Where did you even meet him?
LOL. I just happened to walk by his office today and... Well, it seems David had just finished work and came out of the office building and I literally ran right into him. As I was going to congratulate him, he invited me out to lunch and we had a little to drink. One thing led to another and, you know... I know you're a bit of a prude, so I won't get into the details, lol. I suppose it means my charm beats yours, so sorry, lol.
I see, but I'm not...
Didn't expect it to turn out like this, but it did, so... Sorry, but David is mine now. The marriage is off. Sorry, but forget that you ever met him.
Huh? Forget I even met him?
Yeah, that's right. This is the last you'll hear from me for a while, maybe forever. David and I are going to go out on the town tonight, lol. Hey, Kathy. Hey, pick up.
What is this?
What's going on here? This whole thing, it's not right. This is not happening.
What's the matter?
It's about that guy. The guy you're going to marry. Why is he David's younger brother? Are you pranking me or something, or is it some sick joke?
Prank? Sick joke? I really don't know what you're talking about.
Don't act like you don't know. You were so angry at the time that you started seeing David's brother Ken in order to spite me. So you're planning to marry Ken and start hassling me, right? That's your sick plan.
Huh? Hassle you? You're not making any sense.
Oh, I get it. You plan to get David back from me, then kick me out and become the president's wife. You're sick.
Huh?
You act so innocent, but inside you're a diabolical scheming woman. Oh my god, this is unbelievable.
Huh? Excuse me, but really, I have no idea what?
No matter what you do, no matter how much you bully me, I will fight your every attempt.
The guy I plan to marry has always been Ken.
Huh?
Like I said before, I went to high school with him. And David went to a different school from the one we attended. And what's more, he's 6 years older than us. I don't see why we could have went to school together or even have known him very well. Of course, I met him a number of times, but...
Huh? What are you saying? You said that your fiance is slated to be the next president of the company.
Yes, that's right. Kent will become the next president.
What? No way. That can't be right.
Why's that?
But think about it. David is the eldest, has the right to become the next president. I mean, Kent is the younger brother. No matter how you spin it, David is a rightful beneficiary. It does not make sense to have Kent take over.
Oh, about that. Well, you're right. That would be the normal case, and it was until about a year ago. But for various reasons, it was decided that Kent would take over eventually.
Huh? That can't be. Why?
Don't you remember that time? When our customer's company had some sort of system failure and we were affected by it?
Yes, that case. About a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, that system mishap was a drastic error caused by one of their employees. Remember that?
Yeah, there was some talk of that. I forget the details. What about it? What's that got to do with anything?
Well, it was not really revealed to the other employees, but the person who made that error was David.
Huh? David?
That system error had adverse effects on their everyday operation. They said it would take 2 or 3 days to get the system back up and running. Well, that was when Kent stepped in. He got the system back in operation within a day.
And so you're saying because of that, he was chosen to take over as president instead of David?
Yes, that's right. It was through this incident that everyone realized that David was just not cut out for this type of work, and subsequently, an internal investigation was carried out, and they soon learned that David had been taking credit for many of the projects in recent years, most of which were actually planned and carried out by his brother Kent. After that, he was demoted from an executive position to a normal employee. He's currently doing mostly filing work, not sure which department.
No, that can't be right. You mean to tell me that David is no longer a candidate to become president? He's just a lowly clerk doing filing work?
Yes, that seems to be the case. He'll probably remain in that position until retirement, unless he quits, of course.
No way this is happening. This can't be true.
Can I ask you something, Laura?
What?
You told me to forget about David or something like that. You remember that?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm just speculating here, but... Did you say that because you thought you were stealing my fiancé from me and saw yourself as the wife of the next company president? Was that your intention?
Well, I was only trying to.
Yeah, well, David and Kent, if you look at the photos, they almost look like twins. So you figured it was my fiancé Kent that you were courting and eventually ended up doing the, you-know-what with him. Isn't that right?
Well, I thought he,
Don't worry, I don't plan to reprimand you or anything, but...
But what?
If you don't plan on marrying David, I recommend that you break up with as soon as possible.
Why do you say that?
Your reaction tells me you have no idea. Did you know that David was previously married?
Huh? He was married?
Yes, his wife divorced him because he was cheating on her.
Cheating on her?
His ex-wife was pretty ticked off about all of it. I don't blame her. Anyway, she demanded compensation.
Compensation?
What's more, he's got 2 kids, which means he has to pay for child support at least until they finish college.
He has kids?
Yes, so he has to pay a considerable amount every month. I hear he just barely gets by.
You're making all this up.
Oh yeah, also.
What? There's more?
Well, he managed to get himself into all kinds of trouble and... Well, his parents no longer wanted anything to do with him. Which means he has been completely cut off from inheriting any of his parents' estate.
Are you kidding me?
That's about all I can tell you.
What? Then why did I even sleep with the guy? I don't care if he's handsome. I don't want a guy with that much baggage. He's nothing. As long as he was going to be president, I don't mind being a housewife. So I already submitted my resignation.
You what? Oh my god.
Please, Kathy, help me out, please. Can you switch? Give me Ken and you take David. Come on, please.
You're not serious. No way.
Huh?
I urge you to talk it over with David and work things out between you two. This was all kind of strange. The only thing I get from this is that Laura got this little idea in her head, went through with her delusions, and in the end, she crashed and burned. I really can't understand what she was thinking. As for David and Laura, I heard they eventually got married. I heard that before she learned the facts from me, she told all her friends and relatives that she was going to be the wife of a company president. Well, it seems she was stuck with the guy. There was no way to get out of it. Well, that makes her my sister-in-law, but luckily we don't have any contact with them. I don't know if it's her pride, but she refused to work despite David struggling to make ends meet. This bickering between David and Laura continued every night. The noise of them fighting eventually caused the neighbors to complain, and they were kicked out of the apartment they were living in. I haven't heard from them since.